Hi there. Not feeling too well. Stayed home from work, but I got a couple records to show, so I wanted to do this video. I wanted to wait a couple of days because there's a record still that I need to pick up, but I'm gonna do it now because I'm home alone. Wife's at work, kid is at grandma's house, uh, and I'm not feeling that great. So let's get this over with. Um, Went to several Goodwills, but nothing, nothing interesting. CD wise, I found some CDs, but also nothing majorly interesting. But I did pick up one record, which I don't think I'm gonna keep because it's pretty cheesy. This is The Ventures, Joy. The Ventures play the classics. The Ventures are a American guitar band. I'm not gonna say surf group because I don't think they are. Maybe they did some surf music, but they're not a surf group. I think they started out in the early 60s, 1961, 62. This is their 1972 release on United Artists. And they do reinterpretations of Beethoven, Bach, Mozart, and pretty cheesy. Yeah. So, if you like the Ventures, and you like classical music, this is a great combination. But otherwise, rest of the records, except the next one, are records I picked up in Amsterdam a week and a half ago, I guess. This one I got for free. I've been getting records from friends of my wife, and this one was in there. The rest I either gave to Goodwill because they're really terribly bad, or I put on Discogs. Not a lot of them, but this is the only record I kept. This is the Spencer Davis Group. Give Me Some Lovin'. It's a compilation, I believe. Dutch pressing on Island, pink rimmed Island. 60s British group. Some really cool songs on here. I mean, Give Me Some Loving is amazing. Keep on Running is a really good version that they did. So yeah, if you love 60s, British invasion groups, Spencer Davis Group is pretty interesting. It's got Steve Winwood on guitar. Rest of the records, like I said, are from a trip to Amsterdam. First two are secondhand. The rest is all new. I saw these at a record store, and I'm collecting this series, so I picked them up. This is That Soul Volume 5. This one has Rex Garvin and the Mighty Cravers, Wilson Pickett, Sweet Inspirations, Otis Redding, Aretha Franklin, Arthur Conley, Sam and Dave, Clarence Carter, Percy Sledge, and King Curtis and the King Penguins. So that's That Soul Volume 5. Sorry. Then I also found Volume 6, which is part of the Flashback series of Atlantic Records. This one has Delaney and Bonnie, Wilson Pickett, Little Sister, Donny Hathaway, R.B. Greaves, Brooke Benton, Carmen McRae, Clarence Carter, Aretha Franklin, Tyrone Davis, Percy Sledge, Esther Phillips. So yeah, that's yet another one for the collection. So I got a lot of them now. Next two records are from a Danish design store called Flying Tiger. They sell vinyl as well, but it's not a lot of really cool records. But there's sometimes records that are fun to have in your collection. So I picked two of them up. They were 15 euros each, so that's affordable, I guess. This is Marvin Gaye, That Stubborn Kind of Fella. Originally came out in 1962. This is on what was it? Back in Black Records or whatever. I don't know. I have to look it up, but it's a reissue from like a year or two ago, I guess. So this is early Marvin Gaye. The other record I picked up there is Sticky Fingers by the Rolling Stones. It's the reissue because the zipper is, just printed on the sleeve. This one is also a reissue from like a year or two ago, I guess. I have to look it up, but it's one of the 70s records by the Stones that I still wanted. The next one is going to be a shiny sleeve, and it's interesting, an interesting record, I must say. This is Children of Alice. It's a mirror sleeve. Some Warp Records. And Children of Alice, they're a group comprised of members of the group Broadcast and the Focus Group. Broadcast, when their singer died, they they did One More Thing, which was a soundtrack for a movie, and then nothing. But they're back, kind of, under the name Children of Alice. Very experimental, electronic soundscapes. It's pretty cool. It's pretty, if you love Broadcast, this is not what you automatically would love, but it's an interesting record. So do check it out. If you love, experimental electronica, this is a good one. Children of Alice. And yes, I'm recording it on my phone, and there's a baby bottle behind my phone, keeping it upright. And the last record I pre-ordered and picked up in Amsterdam. This is, by the way, not from Flying Tiger. This is from a store called Concerto. They're the biggest in Amsterdam, I believe. I think. I don't know. But anyway, the last record I'm showing you is the new record by Granddaddy called Last Place. It's been years since Granddaddy released an album. They were actually, they split up and they reunited a couple of years ago, and there's a new album, and it's a really, really good album, I have to say. Gatefold. It's on a label called 30th Century Records, of which I think is there's a download code stuck here. The label by Danger Mouse. I think it's his label. Could be wrong, but it's on Sony Music. They distributed it. Columbia, sorry. And it's a really good record. It's not my favorite by them. That's still the Software Slump, but it's close to the Software Slump, and it's close to their debut album. So it's really one of their better records. Do check it out if you love, electronica mixed with indie. but not like full-on electronica. It's sort of analog electronic music. It's just amazing. Great indie band. When I first heard their music, I loved them, and I've loved them ever since. Last Place by Granddaddy, and that's it. That's my update. Thank you for watching. If you want to, you can follow my Instagram account. It's in the description. And that's it. This is it. Sorry, no more. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.